Don't be in a rush to find love. You need to learn to love yourself so you can attract the kind of love you deserve. Do you ever wish you could hop in a time machine and chat with your 20-year-old self? Not to spoil the future, but to whisper a little wisdom in their ear? This week, I thought it would be fun to share 10 things I would tell my 20-year-old self if I could go back in time. And spoiler alert, this episode will give you a few hints about things we might be covering in future episodes. So let's dig into that. You know how life throws us curveballs? I believe in the incredible human capacity to heal and grow from life's challenges. We all face adversity in life, whether it's dealing with loss, overcoming personal challenge, or navigating mental wellness. Nobody gets through this journey of life without a few storms. Welcome to Transformative Journeys. I'm your host, Joanna LaRue. And through various challenges on my journey, including the devastating loss of my son in a workplace tragedy in 2006, I have navigated a messy path towards healing and rebuilding. It's been a journey of self-discovery that has taught me invaluable lessons about coping, healing, and transforming my experiences into tools for personal growth. Each week, I'll share my thoughts and insights and dig into strategies that can empower you to rediscover yourself, learn about transforming pain into power, building confidence to navigate life's challenges, and cultivating a life of meaning and joy. Join me on this journey of exploration and transformation. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your favorite platform and tap the bell icon to be notified when new episodes drop. Welcome back to Transformative Journeys with Joanna. And hey, still Joanna here. This was a super fun episode for me to put together for you. And I actually did write a letter once addressed to my 20-year-old self. I was in my mid-40s, a number of years after my son had died, and I was living by myself literally for the first time. No parents, no roommate, and no husband or children to look after, just me in my very own apartment. Well, other than when my daughter came home from university on breaks. And as part of my healing work, I read somewhere that writing a letter to yourself was a really good exercise. So I did it. Not that I believed that I would have listened to me back then any better than I listened to much of the advice I was given by those supposedly older and wiser than I back then. But who does at 20? So I had done a fair bit of healing work in the 5 or so years since my son had died, but that work was really related to grief and loss. Valuable for sure, but I was starting to realize that I needed to do some healing work in other areas of my life now too, if I was really going to figure out who I was now as a person or who I wanted to be. It was time to sort through and jettison some of the baggage I'd been dragging around with me from childhood and 2 failed marriages. And let me tell you, some of that shit isn't easy to toss away. So I'll be transparent with you. I haven't been able to ditch all of it. I'm still working on sorting some of it out. So, without further ado, here is an expansion on my letter about the 10 things I would tell my 20-year-old self. Dear 20-year-old me, 1. Just because someone loves you doesn't mean they're always right about what's in your best interest. Mostly, they mean no harm by giving you advice, but it's often based on their life story, or sometimes even on how they wish their life story had gone. Not everyone will give you feedback that will actually help you on your path. Trust your intuition more. You know when something doesn't feel right for you. You can feel it in your body. And those gut feelings, you're going to learn someday that they're usually pretty accurate. So be careful who you get your advice from. Your list of people from whom you should take advice should fit on a tiny 1-inch by 1-inch post-it note. All the rest, just noise. And that being said, never stop asking your parents for advice, even if you're not going to take it. It makes them feel good and like you still value them. 2, you are stronger than you think. Life is going to have many challenges for you. Use them to learn and grow from when they happen, not when there are too few years left to take advantage of all that wisdom. Try to remember now that every challenge has a lesson the universe is trying to teach you. It's not karma. You didn't do something to deserve this, and you're not being punished for things you did or didn't do in your life, this one or a past one. So reframe your thoughts about the challenges that are going to come your way and try to keep them in realistic perspective. Opa was right. You are a survivor like your Oma. You'll face different challenges than she did, but you inherited her backbone, her resourcefulness, and definitely her resilience. And while we're talking about Oma, you also inherited from her the capacity not to judge and to accept and respect people for who they are. There might be times when you slip there. So when the impulse to judge sneaks in occasionally, when the people around you start doing it, remember that's not who you are. No matter what life throws at you, you're going to get back up, you're going to brush yourself off, and you're going to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. Try to remember, always, this too shall pass. 3, you are smart and you have so much potential. Find a way to see your self-worth and believe in yourself even if others don't. Your value is not based on what others think of you. Remember that 1-by-1 post-it note? That's about the size of the list of the people whom you should consider the opinions of. Be very selective of who you allow that privilege to. That opportunity to go to college that's going to come up in a year or so, take it. Not the first course you are going to consider. You'll be right to decide not to take that one. But explore your options further and get a degree or a diploma. I know you're really struggling to believe you're smart and that you don't see the gifts you have to offer, but there are people who can help you figure that out. Just don't focus on where you can make the most money right away. I know that's important to you with 2 little kids to support and that you're going to be doing that alone now, but trust me when I say there are options that can give you the best of both worlds. Doing something you're going to find fulfilling and enjoy that also pays the bills and then some. Do not waste all of life's opportunities by waiting until you're in your 40s or 50s to believe in yourself, or worse yet, by waiting for everyone else to believe in you. 4, invest in yourself every day. I'm not talking about financially, although here's a quick warning. Get your impulses there under control, please, because I'm still paying for the mistakes we're going to make. I'm talking about a bit of time and energy every day learning and improving your mind. Those romance novels are okay as an occasional escape, but stop rotting your brain. Once you start reading books with depth and substance, you are going to fall in love with them. Expand your horizons. The more time and energy you spend acquiring relevant knowledge, the more your world will open up. It will change the trajectory of your life now instead of when you're 45 or 50. 5, stand up for yourself about what's right and what's wrong, but especially about what you believe in. There are people out there who don't think twice, doing things for their own personal gain or to make them feel better about themselves or their own miserable life. That could be as simple as cutting in line or doing hurtful things to others like stealing, bullying, or belittling. Remember that in a public setting, few people will speak up to stand for what's right. Be that person. You're not being a bitch by sticking up for others or by standing your own ground and not letting people walk all over you or allowing a guy to control your every move. And if they say you are, that's their problem. And you know who I'm talking about, so they actually deserve for you to be a bitch to them. 6, what other people think of you is none of your business. That goes for opinions, whether they like you or not, what they think of the clothes you wear, or any of the other million things that are making you feel like not enough. Stop caring so much about what other people think. No matter what you do or wear or say, there'll always be someone out there who will talk about you behind your back. Surround yourself with people who see you, appreciate you and your potential, who support your growth and help you to be the person you want to be. Let go of the toxic people in your life now and purge them often as you move through life. Quit being a people pleaser, because the more that you please them, the more they'll expect. Trying to please everyone is a full-time job, and girl, you've already got one. You'll be waiting forever if you want everyone's approval, because no matter what you do, there will always be someone ready to disapprove. So start doing what feels right for you and makes you happy, and worry less about what everyone else feels is right for you. 7, stop kissing toads and hoping they'll turn into a prince. Don't be in a rush to find love. You need to learn to love yourself so you can attract the kind of love you deserve. If he consistently puts you in last place, after his guy time, after his sports leagues, after his text messages, if he doesn't make an effort for you, he's not that into you. Walk away. At the first sign of that, something's not right about this feeling you get in your gut, dump him. Your gut's right. If he cheats on you once, dump him. If he belittles you in front of family or friends, dump him. If he tries to be on again, off again with you, dump him. If he ever, for absolutely any cause, lays a hand on you in anything but love and gentleness, dump him immediately and never look back. Yep, breakups can hurt sometimes, but each breakup brings you closer to the person who's right for you. Someday, much later in life, you are going to find someone who makes you feel loved, who enjoys having deep, meaningful conversations with you, who supports everything you want to do and be, and makes you feel beautiful, even on the days when you don't feel like you do. This is the person who actually deserves for you to love them, warts and all. Let them prove they're a prince and that they treat you like a princess before you accept their warts. 8, you are not fat, you twit. You're not even heavy. Worry about being healthy, not about being skinny. You'll get sucked into the weight and size conversations and they'll make you feel bad about yourself, so learn to change the subject when someone brings it up. Your jean size doesn't matter. Your ass looks great. And the guy who deserves the privilege of dating you will love you exactly the way you are. So do what's in your control to stay healthy, everything in moderation, but eat more vegetables. Get a good night's sleep. There will come a day when you're going to miss sleeping well and deeply. I know you don't have much money right now, but find a way to exercise in a way that you enjoy and that's cheap or free, preferably outdoors, and do it regularly. I'm just realizing now all of the time I wasted indoors when I should have spent it outdoors freeing our soul. Oh yeah, and by the way, at some point a ways down the road, someone's going to introduce you to energy drinks. Say no immediately. Trust me on this one. Someday you're going to look back in envy on the body you have now. And for where I'm sitting today, I'm still pretty healthy, but I wish that I had taken better care of you. 9. Start talking to yourself the way that you talk to your friends and the people you love. Give yourself the grace that you give others. Be as kind to yourself as you try to be to other people, and damn it, stop believing that if others are unkind to you, whether it's friends, family, or men, that you did something to deserve it. You do enough. You give enough. You are enough. You're worthy of happiness, kindness, and of love. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you aren't. 10. All those things you want to do and try, do them. Do them as soon as you can. Step out of your comfort zone more often and take the opportunities that scare you a little. Because believe it or not, they're going to help make you a better version of yourself. Some will be great. Some won't work out. But that's okay, because I'm telling you now, girl, life is about the journey. The closer you get to the final destination, you're going to look back with regret on way more of the things you didn't do than the ones you did. If you wait until the right time or until everyone else approves, you're going to look back on your life wishing for time back to live the life you should have lived. Regret doesn't come from failing. It comes from not trying. Bonus tips to my 20-year-old self: not everyone's kind, not everyone's nice, but most people are doing the best they can with the knowledge and tools they have at the time. Drama is never worth putting up with. Don't do it, and don't allow others the space in your life if they are prone to it. Buy fewer things. You don't need to be a cheapskate or a minimalist by all means, but buy quality things that you like and will use, and go ahead and treat yourself sometimes, but you will learn one day that things might be nice to have, but they aren't as important as people, relationships, or time. You did not inherit Oprah's green thumb. Sorry. You're going to spend a lot of your time trying to keep green things from drying. It's not a character flaw, and it doesn't say anything negative about you. It's just a fact, and you should get used to it or stop trying. Buying shoes that are too small, even if they're on sale super cheap in the hope that they'll stretch to fit, never works. So there you go. If you have a notebook or paper handy, I'm going to encourage you to write a letter to your 20-year-old self. Make it kind. What would you tell them? What do they need to hear that you still need to believe today? This week I shared an expansion on my letter to my 20-year-old self. I shared it both as a fun reminder that we all have many lessons to learn through the ups and downs and challenges of life, and a reminder that we should all be giving ourselves a lot more grace in life. As we wrap up, I want you to remember we all carry some baggage. Some baggage life tossed at us without warning. Some we picked up ourselves, thinking it would help at the time, but now it just weighs us down. But we don't need to carry all of that baggage with us forever. Forgive yourself now for mistakes you feel you might have made. Try to remember that all of us, you and I and almost everyone else in the world, are doing the best we can with the information, knowledge, and tools we have at the time. You do enough. You give enough. You are enough. You are worthy of happiness, kindness, and of love. You are absolutely worthy of grace from others, and especially from yourself. And try to remember always, this too shall pass. Thank you so much for being here with me today. You can find more on resilience at transformativejourneys.ca, and you can grab yourself my resiliency toolkit for free, or find me on Instagram at transformativejourneys.joanna. I'd love to hear your story or bits and pieces of your letter to your 20-year-old self. If you found this helpful or think someone else might, please share it or leave a review. It helps me more than you know. Also, hit that subscribe button on your favorite platform and tap the bell icon to be notified when new episodes drop. Next week, we're going to be shifting gears and getting intentional. I'm going to explore living with intention and purpose, the kind that feels good and actually fits your life. Until then, this is Joanna reminding you that it doesn't matter if you fall. What matters is how well you bounce. This is Transformative Journeys. See you next time. Hey, just a disclaimer, this podcast is for entertainment and informational purposes only and should not replace the advice of a medical or mental health expert. I am not a licensed counselor or therapist. In fact, I don't have a degree in anything, and there are no fancy letters after my name. I'm a full-time student at the School of Hard Knocks, University of Life, where I figure I'll graduate when I take my last breath. In other words, I'm just Joanna, a fellow human being on my journey through this thing called life, and your guide on this transformative journey.